Namaste. Coming onto the mat for a 10-minute warm-up sequence, lying on your back, and begin with hugging the right knee in towards your chest. And connecting with the breath, taking the right foot to the ceiling, holding onto the back of the right thigh, and both feet dorsiflexed, breathing into lengthening through the hamstrings. And we'll take right thumb to the crease of the hip, left hand to the outside of the knee as you take the leg across to the left side, anchoring through the right hip and lengthening through the outside of the thigh. Hug the knee to the chest and exhale, take forehead to the knee, drawing down below the navel. Extending that leg out as you draw left knee into the chest and holding onto the back of the thigh. Lengthening left hamstrings, grounding through lower back. Taking the thumb to the crease of the hip, right hand to the outside of the knee as you exhale, taking the leg to the right side. Coming back to center, hug the knee to the chest and exhaling forehead towards the knee and hugging both knees into the chest and taking right ankle to the left thigh, clasping the left shin as you ease into that right hip. And changing sides, easing now into the left hip joint, being with the breath. And hugging both knees into the chest, take the back of the thighs, feet to the ceiling. Then bring the feet to the mat and moving into Sedabandha rolls. Feet aligned with your hips. Inhaling as you lift the hips, expanding through the front of the chest. And exhaling as you thread the spine down to the mat. That's lengthening the tailbone away from you. Massaging through the length of the spinal column. Knees aligned with the hips. And hug the knees to the chest and coming into a twist. So have the thighs drawn up into the chest, squeezing the thighs together as you move from one side to the other, using the exhale to move into the twist. You pause, breathe, exhale, bring the legs to center and taking them across to the opposite side, releasing and opening into the thoracic. Cross the feet at the ankles, hold onto the toes and rock up, coming to all fours. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees under your hips. And tucking the toes, lifting into down face dog, easing into the backs of the legs, easing into the length through the spine and space around your shoulders. Enjoying the strength in this posture coming through the bones of the body, barely drawing in and up. Shoulder blades broadening. Bring knees to the mat, take the buttocks back to the heels. Being with the breath. And again, coming into downward facing dog. Right leg back and stepping the right foot forward, coming into a lunge, left foot forward. Exhale, bowing forehead to the shins and coming up, leading with the heart center and hands into prayer. So preparing to move into sun salutations. Inhale, raising the arms. Exhale, folding forward, bowing forehead to the shins, right leg back. Lunge. Coming into plank, filling the area between the shoulder blades, knees, chest, thighs, easing into cobra. Stabilize lower back as you focused on opening through the thoracic spine, tucking the toes, barely in and up, easing into downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot through, lengthening the right leg, easing into that, and left foot through. bow forehead to the shins. And coming up, leading through heart center, greeting the day. And exhale, folding forward, bow forehead to the shins, stepping left leg back, coming into a lunge. Stepping right leg back into straight arm plank. Knees hover down the chest, elbows in close as you lengthen through into cobra. Just working here on easing through the thoracic. Forget about how far you do or don't come up, and stepping into down face dog. Left foot steps through. Lengthen through the left leg. And stepping right foot through, bow forehead to the shins. And coming up through the feet, the legs, lifting the heart center. And exhale, folding forward, bowing forehead to the shins as you step the right leg back, lunge. Raising the left arm, coming into a lunging twist, nice space through the chest. Bring the left hand down, step back into plank. Bring down knees, hover the chest and lengthen through into cobra, stabilizing lower back. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Right foot steps through. Raising right arm, lunging twist. Bringing the hand down and stepping left foot through, bow forehead to the shins. Inhale, raising heart center, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward. Left leg back. Coming into plank, hover knees, chest, and coming through to cobra, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Stepping right foot through, lengthen the right leg, easing back into a lunge, left foot through, bowing forehead to the shins, and coming up, a sense of greeting the day, creating space. And exhale, folding forward, bow forehead to the shins, left leg back into a lunge. Stepping back into plank. And bringing down knees, hover the chest, lengthening through to cobra, length through front body. Toes under, downward facing dog. And stepping the left foot through, right foot through, bow forehead to the shins. And coming up through the feet, the legs. And reaching heart center to the ceiling. Hands to prayer. Inhale, raising the arms and folding forward. Right foot steps back into a lunge. Raising the left arm to the ceiling, lunging twist. And then take that arm up and over into a lateral. Hands down, coming into a plank. And now Bastisasana on the right side, reaching the left arm to the ceiling. If this is too strong, you can always step your left foot across in line with your hip. Plank, and then coming down into cobra. Tucking the toes, lifting into downward facing dog. And stepping the right foot through. Left foot through, bow forehead to the shins, lifting the heart center, raising the arms and lengthen. Exhale, folding forward, left leg back. Lunging twist as you reach the right arm to the ceiling, and then rotate the palm and take the arm up and over, grounding the shoulder blade into the back. Step back into a straight arm plank. And come to Bastisasana left side. So strong Tadasana feet, lifting the hips and reaching that right arm to the ceiling. Coming into plank, knees hover the chest and lengthening through to cobra. Tuck the toes and lifting into down face dog. Stepping the left foot through. right foot through. Bow forehead to the shins, raising the heart center, arms out wide, greeting the day, and bring hands into prayer. Namaste.